avut și o emisiune așa intitulată. Da, creăm prin gândurile și prin cuvintele noastre, pentru că, de fapt, întâi gândim și apoi emitem pe gură, da, cuvintele noastre, care sunt unde electromagnetice, toate. Suntem un fel de raiocomp mai sofisticat, așa cum lucrează doamna doctor, care și vorbește, știți, adică noi în plus și vorbim, dar emitem unde, la fel ca la raiocomp. Am ales acest subiect al creației, de fapt, de sărbătoarea Crăciunului, pentru și nu este întâmplător. O să vedem. Ce semnifică, haideți să vedem împreună cu telespectatorii noștri, ce semnifică povestea lui Moș Crăciun. Știți că, de fapt, această poveste, legendă, că este o legendă la nivelul poporului, nu numai poporului român, în general, cu Moș Crăciun, semnifică ceva. Oare de ce s-a păstrat de-a lungul timpului? Pentru că ea în spate are un înțeles, știți? Are un mesaj. Ce facem noi de Crăciun? Noi cerem moșului. Știți? Noi cerem moșului ce? Cadouri, prin dorințele noastre. Și la fel ca și lampa lui Aladin. Știți că în alte părți este lampa lui Aladin și acolo Moș Crăciun arată altfel, e ceva mai musculos, știți? Acel spirit care vine să ne îndeplinească dorințele. La noi aici se numește, la fel ca și paralel cu lampa lui Aladin, la noi se numește Moș Crăciun. Noi dorim ca el să ne îndeplinească visele, nu? Asta este povestea. Bun, acum, acest lucru se numește în fizica cuantică legea atracției. Pentru că exact asta este în fizica cuantică și multă lume a auzit despre legea atracției, dar povestea lui Moș Crăciun este despre legea atracției. Adică, ce face? Moșul ne aduce ce ne dorim, da? Adică, și mai ales dacă am fost cu minți atenție, adică dacă am gândit corect, de exemplu, și dacă merităm, adică dacă suntem foarte pozitivi, dacă suntem foarte veseli, de exemplu, o să vedeți. Ceea ce îți dorești mult și intens, pentru că contează foarte mult și puterea dorinței, înseamnă o vibrație puternică, de fapt, un fel de undă electromagnetică pe care o emiți atunci când ceri, când soliciți acest lucru. Și, practic, materializezi. Deci vine moșul.
Glance around you. If you are in a furnished room, your eyes tell you that you are looking at a number of inanimate objects. That's true so far as visual perception is concerned, but in reality, you are actually looking at thoughts or ideas which have come into materialization through the creative work of some human being. It was a thought first that created the furniture, fashioned the window glass, and gave form to the draperies and coverings. The automobile, the skyscraper, the great planes that sweep the stratosphere, the sewing machine, the tiny pen, 1,001 things, yes, millions of objects. Where did they come from originally? Only one source. From that strange force, thought. As we look further, we realize that these achievements, and in fact all our possessions, came as a result of creative thinking. Thought is the original source of all wealth, all success, all material gain, all great discoveries, inventions, and of all achievements. With that in mind, it becomes easy to understand that a man's thoughts make or break him, and Shakespeare's words become more intelligible. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Many people feel that success comes with hard work. However, I would like to point out that hard work alone will not bring success. The world is filled with people who have worked hard but have little to show for it. Something more than hard work is necessary. It is creative thinking and firm belief in your ability to execute your ideas. The successful people in history have succeeded through their thinking. Their hands were merely helpers to their brains. Another important point is that one essential to success is that your desire be an all-obsessing one, your thoughts and aims be coordinated, and your energy be concentrated and applied without let-up. It may be riches or fame or position or knowledge that you want, for each person has his own idea of what success means to him. But whatever you consider it to be, you can have it, provided you are willing to make the objective the burning desire of your life. By using the dynamic force of believing, you can set all your inner forces in motion, and they in turn will help you reach your goal. Now that you have a clearer idea of the part that thought and desire play in your daily lives, the first thing to determine is precisely what you want. Starting in with the general idea that you merely want to be a success, as most people do, is too indefinite. You must have a mental pattern clearly drawn in your mind. Ask yourself, where am I headed? What is my goal? Have I visualized just what I really want? If success is to be measured in terms of wealth, can you fix the amount in figures? If in terms of achievement, can you specify it definitely? I ask these questions, for in their answers are the factors which will determine your whole life from now on. Strange as it may appear, not 1 out of 100 people can answer these questions. Most people have a general idea that they would like to be a success, but beyond that everything is vague. They go along from day to day, figuring that if they have a job today, they will have it tomorrow, that somehow they will be looked after in their old age. They are like a cork on the water, floating aimlessly, drawn this way and that by various currents, being washed up on the shore or becoming waterlogged and eventually sinking. Therefore, it is vital that you know what you want out of life. You must know where you are headed, and you must keep a fixed goal in your view. Only then will you get what you are after. So, you begin with desire if you ever hope to achieve anything or gain more than you have now. However, as we shall see, there is more to it than mere desire. It has been said that thought attracts that upon which it is directed. Thought attracts that upon which it is directed. It was Job who said, "For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me." Our fearful thoughts are just as creative or just as magnetic in attracting troubles to us as are the constructive and positive ones in attracting positive results. So no matter what the character of the thought, it does create after its kind. When this sinks into a man's consciousness, he gets some inkling of the awe-inspiring power which is his to use. I cling to the theory that while thoughts do create and exercise control far beyond any limits yet known to man, they create only according to their pitch, intensity, emotional quality, depth of feeling, or vibratory plane. In other words, comparable to the wavelength and wattage of a radio station, thoughts have a creative or controlling force in the exact ratio of their constancy, intensity, and power. Let me try to clarify that. While many explanations have been offered, no one knows whether thought is a form of electrical energy or something else yet to be defined. But I have been an experimenter in that branch of electricity known as high frequency, pioneered by the great genius Nikola Tesla. And whenever I think of thought and its radiations and vibrations, I instinctively link them up with electricity and its phenomena. In this manner they become more understandable to me. All persons living in high altitudes have felt and sometimes observed the electric spark resulting from walking across the room, then touching some metallic substance. That, of course, is a form of static electricity generated by friction. It gives you an idea of how one kind of electricity can be developed through the body. Sigmund Freud, the famous Austrian psychoanalyst, brought the world's attention to the hypothesis that there was a powerful force within us, an unilluminated part of the mind, separate from the conscious mind, constantly at work molding our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Others have called this division of our mental existence the soul. Some call it the superego, the inner power, the superconsciousness, the unconscious, the subconscious, and various other names. It isn't an organ or so-called physical matter such as we know the brain to be. Nevertheless, it is there, and from the beginning of recorded time man has known that it exists. The ancients often referred to it as the spirit. Paracelsus called it the will. Others have called it the mind, an adjunct to the brain. Some have referred to it as conscience, the creator of the still, small voice within. Still others called it intelligence, and have asserted that it is a part of the supreme intelligence to which we are all linked. No matter what we call it, I prefer the word subconscious, it is recognized as the essence of life, and the limits of its powers are unknown. It never sleeps, it comes to our support in times of great trouble, it warns us of impending danger, often it aids us in what seems impossible. It guides us in many ways, and when properly employed, performs so-called miracles. Perhaps the most effective method of bringing the subconscious into practical action is through the process of making mental pictures, using the imagination, perfecting an image of the thing or situation as you would have it exist in physical form. This is usually referred to as visualization. However, before this visualization can work, you must really believe. I refer now to deep-seated belief, a firm and positive conviction that goes through every fiber of your being. When you believe it heart and soul, as the saying goes. Now call it a phase of emotion, a spiritual force, a type of electrical vibration, anything you please, but that's the force that brings outstanding results. It sets the law of attraction into operation and enables sustained thought to correlate with its object. This belief changes the tempo of the mind or thought frequency, and like a huge magnet, draws the subconscious forces into play, changing your whole aura and affecting everything about you, and often people and objects at great distances. It brings into your individual sphere of life results that are sometimes startling, often results you never dreamed possible.
Lecția este că putem să creăm orice și să ne bucurăm de acest dar al materializării divine, pentru că aceste calități ne permit să fim magicieni și să creăm lapte și miere pe pământ. Iar, pe de altă parte, să vedem că realitatea din jur de multe ori este alta decât cea pe care ne-am dorit-o. Uneori este chiar haos. Iar acesta este rezultatul minților noastre, care gândesc haotic, care sunt încă dependente și disarmonice din punct de vedere emoțional. De aceea trebuie să ne detașăm de emoțiile negative. Și cum facem asta la noi în clinică? Tratăm sistemul limbic la raiocomp și reglăm de asemenea corpul calos, prin frecvența specifică pe care o avem la raiocomp. În felul acesta conectăm cele două emisfere, emisfera dreaptă a creației și emisfera stângă a logicii, a raționamentului. Majoritatea creiem cu emisfera stângă, rigidă, fixistă și cu teamă, și iese ce iese. Avem liberul arbitru în creație. Trebuie să învățăm să fim arhitecții lumii noastre.
Și oricum, trebuie să știți că avem foarte multe lucruri pe care nu le stăpânim încă. Ca și co-creatori, puterea subconștientului, de exemplu, nostru, ne poate face foarte multe surprize neplăcute, pentru că el răsare așa deodată și răstoarnă toată situația. Este pur și simplu cel care se joacă cu noi. Și mulți dintre noi, pe de altă parte, nici nu suntem clari în ceea ce ne dorim. Foarte multe persoane suntem confuze, nu știm cum arată viitorul nostru, nu-l creiem, nu ne creionăm, să zicem, linia vieții. Există deci o ambiguitate care lasă loc de orice și la orice, de exemplu la eșec. Și ne este ca și când ne este frică să ne dorim. Suntem niște pictori timizi, suntem niște pictori absenți, melancolici și triști. Am pierdut muza, am uitat de bucuria vieții, am uitat de spiritul Crăciunului.
Gustave Gellé, the distinguished French psychologist and author of From the Unconscious to the Conscious, once wrote, "There is no artist, man of science, or writer of any distinction, however little disposed to self-analysis, who is not aware by personal experience of the unequaled importance of the subconscious." He also said that the best results in life were obtained by a close harmony and cooperation between the conscious and subconscious mind. As the subconscious plays a very important part in the magic of believing, it will bring you to a quicker understanding of this science if you have a clear and detailed picture of what the subconscious mind is, where it is located, and how it functions. Now, it is the conscious mind that is the source of thought. Also, it's the mind that gives us the sense of awareness in our normal waking life, the knowledge that we are ourselves, here and now, the recognition and understanding of our environments, the power to rule over our mental faculties, to recall the events of our past life, and to understand our emotions and their significance. More concretely, it enables us to have a rational understanding of the objects and persons about us, of our successes or shortcomings, of the validity of an argument, or the beauty of a work of art. Many times the solution of our problems result from the use of the conscious mind, but now and then, when the solution is not forthcoming, we become exhausted with continued trying. We begin to lose confidence in ourselves, and we often resign ourselves to the idea that we have failed, that nothing can be done about it. Here is where the subconscious mind comes in. It helps us to renew our belief in ourselves. It assists us to overcome our difficulty and to put us on the road to achievement and success. Just as the conscious mind is a source of thought, so the subconscious is the source of power. Also, it is one of the greatest realities in human life. It is rooted in instinct, and is aware of the most elemental desires of the individual, yet it is always pressing upward into conscious existence. The powers of the subconscious are many, the chief of which are intuition, emotion, certitude, inspiration, suggestion, deduction, imagination, organization, and, of course, memory and dynamic energy. It is a distinct entity. It possesses powers and functions with unique mental organization all its own. Now, the subconscious mind has three primary functions. First, with its intuitive understanding of the bodily needs, it maintains and preserves the well-being and indeed the very life of the body, unaided by the conscious mind. Second, in times of great emergency, it springs into immediate action, again independent of the conscious mind. It takes supreme command, acting with incredible certitude, rapidity, accuracy, and understanding in the saving of the life of the individual. Third, it is operative in the psychic world, in which the psychic powers of the subconscious are manifested in such phenomena as telepathy, clairvoyance, and psychokinesis, but also it can be summoned to help the conscious mind in times of great personal necessity, when the conscious calls upon the subconscious to use its powers and resources to solve a vital problem or bring to pass that which is sought or desired by the individual. It is the third function that we are most concerned with here. To draw upon the resources and powers of the subconscious and awaken it into action, you must first be sure that you are asking for something that is rightfully yours to have and is within your ability to handle. The subconscious manifests itself only according to the capabilities of the person. Then you must have patience and absolute faith. Theodore Simon Jouffroy, the French philosopher, said the subconscious mind will not take the trouble to work for those who do not believe in it. Next, in conveying your need to the subconscious, it must be in the spirit that the work has already been done. So while it is necessary for you to feel and think yourself successful, it is important for you to go one step further and actually see yourself as already successful, either in the performance of some selected task or as actually occupying the position to which you are aspiring. For the next and final step, you must wait patiently while the subconscious is assimilating the elements of your problem and then goes about its own way to work it out for you. In due course, with the flowing of ideas and plans of the subconscious into your waiting conscious mind, the solution of your problem will be revealed to you. The correct course of action will be indicated. You must follow those indications immediately and unquestioningly. There must be no hesitation on your part, no mental reservation, no deliberation. You must receive the message from the subconscious freely, and after understanding it, you must act on it at once. Only by doing that will you make your subconscious serve you and continue to respond whenever you call upon it.
Iată deci, am văzut secretele materializării. Moș Crăciun, care este maestru în îndeplinirea dorințelor noastre, a venit astăzi cu noi, cum v-am spus, în emisiune, înainte de sărbătoarea Crăciunului, să ne predea cum să fim noi înșine Moș Crăciuni. Acum, fiindcă ne despărțim, o să vă spunem Crăciun fericit! Să fiți sănătoși
și credincioși!